And we are back. Got done talking about Terrence Shannon Jr., him being found not guilty on all charges sexually related to an incident that happened in September. Congratulations to him. Also, we talked about the NFL being sued for antitrust violations. We'll see how that goes. I didn't know that they had been in a lawsuit for the last 9 years. Wow. And now we're going to talk some boxing. I don't like talking boxing. However, it happened, so I have to cover it. I feel that there are more people qualified than me to talk about boxing. Also, there's 1,000,001 boxing shows. So, like I said, I rock with the LDBC, and those guys are, like I said, a bit more knowledgeable on everything, so I defer to them. I like shows like 7-8 Sports, The General, Black Fight Fan at CC, Trill, Hamburger Cheese. That's some great content. I mean, if you go back and look at some of them Trill videos, you'll bust out laughing. Good stuff all day long. Straight drop. If you rock with the LDBC, get you some straight drop. That's some dope. I support them, so I got some. Best Fight the Best, BFTB. Also, Blue Blood. Shout out to Blue Blood. Drew Titan, Stormy B-Man, Queens of the Ring, Nick J. Yeah, I mean, I rock with all of that. And in Champside, shout out to Champside. You can find me in some of their comments. Cadillac Red them and BSing on the Beltway. So shout out to them. Yeah, Saturday night. Before I get started on the pay-per-view, Amazon, y'all got to fix this. You cannot, well, at least it happened to me, and I can only speak from my personal experience. You cannot watch the pay-per-view on multiple TVs in your home. I know, because I could not do it. I had to kind of log off. If I was watching it on my phone, I had to log off my phone so I could watch it on my TV. My son could not watch it in his room on his TV. He had to come and watch it with me. Me and the missus is just chilling and trying to get comfortable. And then he's like, Dad, I can't get it on my TV. It's telling me I got too many devices logged in. They're going to have to fix that. They're going to have to fix that going forward. However, I don't know about the pay-per-view. You know, like I said, it was a good card, but none of the fights were like must-see. Gary Antoine Russell, he was fighting. Yeah, it is what it is. He lost his fight. And then David Benavidez, he fought Vostik. That was just a fight. It's just like it was happening. You know, it wasn't anything like, oh yeah, this is must see. This is knock down, throw them, you know, win at all costs. It was just a fight. And don't get me wrong, I'm not here to demonize boxing and uplift UFC. Only the dumbass fans do that. The dumbass fans do that. Where UFC is so much better. UFC has the same BS go on. Some UFC fights are just fights. And they have nothing to stand out about. The difference between the two is the color commentary. UFC does not crap on the product. Boxing, they shit on them dudes. The commentators, the color commentary is awful. Not only do they do that, they take time to go after other promotions and rival promotions. I mean, it is a shit show. I would love it if they would just have like people who follow the sport and love the sport and get technical, and you don't have to have one opinion be swayed one way or the other. Marv Ravello will say anything. That dude will say anything on air. I get it. Everybody likes the bombast and him just going off the rails, but God, that dude was talking about people having multiple kids down to, I'm just saying that it was wild. It was wild. But needless to say, Tank had a good performance. We'll get more into that when we come back from a quick 20 from an unofficial sponsor of the show. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. Drop the spot. Taco Bell, Live Moz. Order online, download the app, or visit the good folks at your local Taco Bell. Taco Bell, Live Moz. So when you got to the main event, Frank Martin, Gervonta Tank Davis, it was a good fight. I got no complaints. I felt like I got my money's worth. I wasn't cheated out of anything. I think that Frank Martin has nothing to hang his head over. He did a lot of good things, and it showed me two things in particular. I think the only two people that can defeat Tank Davis is Devin the Dream Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Those two guys are the only guys that I see that can give Tank problems. And the reason that they can is that they are the skilled. I think that those three are the most skilled right now at under 147 pounds. And I know those fights take time to build, but I think that Devin Haney beats all of them. And that's just me. I don't think that Ryan Garcia is worth talking about. I'm not going to go into that dude at all because it's a zero-sum game with him. Yeah. Fuck you, bro. Anyway, the fight started off like everybody thought that Tank would start slow, download information as the rounds go on. And he did. Frank worked really well behind his stick. He was pivoting off the ropes. A tail sign came in the third round when Tank had faked the punch and Frank had put his glove up by his head and Tank smiled at him. And then I think in the fifth or the sixth round, he came back to the corner and told Calvin, Coach Cal, he said, look, he ain't got nothing on his punches no more. And then when that was said, it was kind of like, okay, here we go. Derek James is telling Frank Martin, look, you don't need to go on the ropes. You need to get off the ropes, keep the fight in the middle of the ring, work behind the jab, double and triple, counter punch here and there. I mean, it was some high level chess matches going on. But Tank put that man in the upper room. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like he didn't. It was like the upper room. Remember Life and Eddie Murphy, the upper room? Yeah, when he was laying on the ground and his eyes was open all big and bucked, I said, whoa, yikes. But yeah, that was it. But like I said, I rock with Frank Martin. I rock with Errol Spence. I'm going to always purchase their fights. And that's just how that goes. Those are some of my, like I said, I support my fighter. I don't care if you like Tank Davis and you don't like him. If you support him, if you say you like him and you support him, don't steal his fight. You know, pay your money to support your fighter, and then, you know, you have whatever you have to say. Me, I don't really care for Tank Davis. I don't care for a lot of the things that he does. I don't care for Adrian Broner. I really don't like Floyd Mayweather. So, like I said, but I mean, to each is his own. If you like him, you like him. I'm not saying anything bad about the brother, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying I just don't rock with it and just keep on moving. So, good night of boxing. Like I said, the card was but it was exciting nonetheless. Congratulations to both men. Congratulations to Tank Davis staying undefeated. Congratulations to Frank Martin for even getting in the ring. And like I said, you just inexperienced. You know, he had 17 fights and the KO. Tank Davis was obviously a step up. And it came down to experience. That's it. But that's just how these things go. Somebody's got to lose, and unfortunately, it was Frank. So keep your head up. Take some time off. I know once you get knocked out in boxing, there's a 90-day waiting period before you can get back out there and get cleared to fight. So we'll see. What's next for Frank Martin? Who knows? He might need to work his way back up into title contention and take some fights. I wouldn't suggest taking too much time off. 90 days from right now would put him somewhere around October. So have at it. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. It's been a great day. We got more content coming from you tomorrow. We'll cover the NBA finals. We'll also talk about certain NBA teams and free agency. And like I said, many more things. So thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch up with you. This is Big Vern, and I'm out.